Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
Here is Baseball Highlights 2045 Spring Training Introductory Game. It's really hard to talk about it without talking about its big brother, the actual Baseball Highlights 2045. The boxes are about the same size, but as you can see, the Spring Training is a lot thinner. So the box size itself is going to be a lot smaller. Now the rule books themselves are not that dissimilar. So when you go through the rules, this is going to have a little bit of just a little bit of changes that you're going to have in here. And example play will be in here just to kind of make things easier. You're also going to get this, which will take you through a turn preparing to play for the first time player. None of this is going to be in here. And then you're going to get a reference book for immediate action. So you're going to kind of get 3 books that will, in theory, make this a little bit easier to play. Where in this book, you're just going to get the regular rules. Now, I found this a little bit easier, maybe because I played it first, maybe I'm not the best scale of this, but both of them are fairly good, and you do get multiples of these. Now, the boards themselves, they might be a little bit thicker in the Spring Training one, to be honest, but you can see that they're fairly much the same. It looks like the colors are a little bit muted here on the Spring Training version, where this one has the brown that kind of pop a little bit more, but the boards are just the same. In the introductory one, the Spring Training, you're going to get 2 of these boards, where in the regular edition, you're going to get 4 in case you want to play a 3 or 4 player game. Now, in this version of the game, you do have player aids and immediate actions that will help you out. That's included in here, but you're going to get this little card if you go extra innings in the sequence of plays. That's going to be the little difference of the 2. Now, the cards themselves, this will be from the introductory game, this will be from the deluxe game, a little bit different. This one has a linen finish on it. It feels a little bit nicer, but this one feels a little bit more like a business card or just a card with no kind of finish on them. Now, you can see in here I have a lot more cards than what you're going to get in here. In here, you're just going to get enough to play 2 games. You can see that you're going to have all the same, the cyborgs, the robots, the naturals, the stats. And a lot of the players are going to be in here, But a lot of the players in here will not be in this one because you're going to get 20 less free agents and a few less teams. Now, all of these will be able to play just about the same, but just kind of know that you're going to get more teams, more free agents, more players in this set. But this is intended to be something a little bit different. This is intended to be an introduction to the game. Now, in this version of the game, you're going to get these little small chits. These are really tiny. Where in the base game, you get a pawn like this to be your base runner. And this, you're going to get this little tiny chit that will go around the bases. So, the chits actually look more baseball-esque than this pawn. But this pawn is easier to move. You can put your finger on it. It's not quite so small. Both do a relatively good job. But just kind of know that it's what you're going to get into is these chits instead of those big wooden pawns. Now, this version is not going to come. You can see there's an insert here. It's all plastic. It's form-fitted. It fits all of your cards, etc. But it's not going to be able to fit in any kind of custom insert that you're going to see in this one. It's just not going to have the same. Now, for the game itself, everything is pretty much the same. The rules are the same. This one's going to be just for 2 players. Well, this one can play all the way up to 4. That's going to be the main differences between the 2 sets. And that is a quick look at Baseball 2045, the Spring Training Edition.